so bored. If only there was something I could do. What if you made another video? But I already did a video this week. Well, I know. I didn't really like your video that much. It sucked. Okay. Okay. Comedy month. Welcome back to Comedy Month. So, I took the lesson from the previous video that it's kind of ridiculous to expect a bunch of views when I'm talking about a really obscure comedy special. So, I took that message to heart, and today I'll be talking about an even more obscure comedy special. We're going to be talking about this theater company that I really like called Team Starkid. And basically, they make some of my they make my favorite musicals that I've ever heard in my life. I struggled all day trying to pick out my top 3 of these musicals, and I couldn't. I love all of them equally, and I can't even just point at one and be like, oh, this one is objectively better than all the rest, because they are all so amazing. Every single person in your family could probably get something out of watching any of these musicals. If one of you is a huge fan of Disney animated movies, they have Twisted, which is basically a retelling of Aladdin, but kind of messed up in that Jafar is the protagonist. Aladdin has a bunch of mental disorders. The throwaway character that basically just illustrated that the princess didn't want to marry anybody, Prince Ahmed, is a main character in this. And also the Sultan is a bumbling buffoon of incredible proportions. The genie, he's the same as Robin Williams' character, but just really weird with his pop culture references. And the princess is just really, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say dumb, but yeah. So Disney animated movies, you got it checked. You got that right there. If somebody's into Star Wars, they have a whole entire musical called Annie, a parody with all of the Star Wars characters. You got Darth Vader as a man-child, Obi-Wan Kenobi as a alcoholic, Moff Tarkin as a really just nervous guy trying to fall in love with a stormtrooper, and the Emperor whose actor the actor takes on the accent or the way that Gilbert Godfrey talks. I can't do an impression. That would be really embarrassing. I lied.
Have you heard of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
So you got Star Wars, all right? You got Star Wars. And then if somebody likes Harry Potter, they have 3 musicals dedicated to Harry Potter. A Harry Potter musical, a Harry Potter sequel, and a Harry Potter musical senior year. All 3 of them. And it's amazing because it tells the whole story of Harry Potter, and then in the second one they retell the whole story again, and then in the third one it's just a whole new story. So Harry Potter, check. All right, so you got Disney musical, Star Wars, Harry Potter. What else could you ask for? The rest have nothing to do with anything else. Another one has something to do with the game Trail to Oregon. That one's like one of my favorite musicals that they made. Another one is a retelling of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is another one of my favorite ones. But that's kind of redundant given that all of them are my favorite ones, which I said before. Yeah. There's so much. So okay, I'm gonna go into some of them that I really like. One of which is the one that I just mentioned, A Trail to Oregon. I'm gonna have its poster right here where my hand is. The premise of Trail to Oregon is that it is just like that. It's like it's the game Oregon Trail, but in the vein of a musical, and it starts off with the audience picking the names of all the people in the wagon. So the father is named
Jack Bauer.
The mother is named
Slippery when wet.
the daughter is named this.
Mouthpiece.
The son is named
Crap
this.
hole.
And the granddad is named this.
Titty mitty.
And then their family name is
Look out, Oregon.
This.
Because here come the... I'm looking for a last
my
name.
room here.
The Dick Rats.
Right here. Okay. And it just like follows their story as they go throughout the Trail to Oregon, and it's so funny because like throughout the whole entire show, like the actors have to stick to those names, and as you've just seen, the names are ridiculous, and that's just the recorded version. I have no idea what the names are for every single of the show because it changes every single show. It's never the same. Like, it's crazy. It's amazing. My favorite part of the show happens later on, near the ending. So like a bunch of shenanigans already happened, of course, and then this scene happens. I'm just gonna let it play in my head.
All right, I'll give you anything you want. Just don't hurt her. Kill me instead.
Oh, General Starkid.
What are you doing? No.
When the world's at stake and there are lives to save, and yes, I'm one big fake, but please cut me a break, 'cause Nope.
You really went for it there.
I know that based on what you just saw, you wouldn't believe it, but I played Tony in Independence Community Theater's production of West Side Story a couple years back. It's like big fish, small pond, but I was proud.
I'm back. So I wanted to point out that the clip I just showed you is improvised in every single show. So that's why Jack Bauer's reaction was like so surprised, because like that's the first time he had ever heard that line before. Alright, back to the video. I just really love Team Starkid. I've been watching their musicals for years now. I showed it one time to a friend of mine, and like she hated it. Cause like the humor is just like really absurd. Hello, motorcycle. Yeah, the humor is just like really absurd. There's a lot of like potty jokes, pee-pee jokes, stuff like that. Like in the Star Wars one, they keep on calling Moff Tarkin Muff Tarkin. So like it's just like stuff like that. It's really funny. I love that type of humor. Oh wow, that's my computer. I'm just gonna let it go. Alright. I love that type of humor. And I genuinely like spent all day just watching and rewatching all of their musicals, trying to find like my favorite clips. And it's just like I enjoy these musicals so much, and I really want somebody else to talk to about that because it's game changing. I hope to you guys watch it and enjoy it, and talk to me in the comments down low. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button. I'll see you next week for Comedy Month. More Comedy Month content coming. All right. Peace out.